The Bridge project was started at the beginning of 2021, and it brought together two entities in the School of Music, from jazz studies, a jazz quartet, and a string quartet from the classical strings department, which was a formulated group called the Marvin Rabin Ensemble. So these two groups came together and formed the Bridge project. It was deeply thought of during the pandemic that we were in kind of a crisis mode with really all of society missing music being played by real instruments with real musicians in real time. Everything went into cyberspace, and everything was being handled through Zoom or whatever system you had there. So we recognized that there was a chunk of time in there where people weren't being able to feel instruments. They weren't being able to feel musicians. They weren't being able to experience the ambient sound of being in a room with real instruments creating vibrations. And so we felt that this was a perfect time to start an ensemble specifically targeting those students, junior high and middle school students that really are in the formative years where you can really make an impact on. The goal of the ensemble is really to go in residency in schools, specifically middle schools and junior high schools, and we reach out to high schools to share performance, to show the bridging of maybe improvised music with written music, just show that there's room for expansion within the curriculum to be able to bounce on both sides of the genres and create their own genre by composing and writing for this ensemble.
So I came back to graduate school after 7 years of teaching in the public schools and was really drawn to this assistantship with Professor Dominguez because I'd experienced with my students how formative it can be to have really high quality professional musicians in your building, and not necessarily as like, oh, this is a field trip, we're going to some place to see this, but oh, these folks who are playing music really at a high level are here coming to my school to work with me and to hang out with me.
It's a really cool opportunity for us classically trained musicians to work together and to share the music with the school kids, like high school and middle school kids in this city and other cities too. And I really love making music together, and there's a lot of fun that we're having together when we're performing and also rehearsing. And yeah.
It's been a real treat to work with this group. I think I've learned a lot about the sincerity of which that string quartet plays, and to be in that environment just really brings it up a level, and it's a really special experience to have.
And sometimes they really want to share what they've been working on. I've had students come to the piano, and to be validated like that, I think, by professional musicians who are just willing to be there and listen to them and give them encouragement is big. Last time we were in these schools, they stayed like 10 minutes past the bell, which is just unheard of. I think. I mean, I was like, no, but they were so attentive and engrossed. I think that was just really great. So.
Yeah, the reactions from the students have been really interesting and inspiring for us to keep going and exploring how we can connect to younger musicians, people that maybe haven't had a lot of exposure to live performances, or especially the combination of a string quartet with a jazz quartet.
There's talent everywhere, but there's not opportunity everywhere. So this is to reach back in the schools and give these young 12, 13, 14-year-olds really an idea that, oh, when I grow up, I want to go to the University of Wisconsin, and I'm going to seek out these type of players or this type of music to be able to not be categorized, but really be an American musician. And that's really, I think that's the definition of an American musician, being able to use your ears and your eyes. You can improvise, but you can also read anything that's put on the stand.